I didn't know much about what Moog was doing. What I did know is that, I mean, I saw what he had made and I knew what he was doing. I didn't know what was in his mind. I did know that he was interested in a musical instrument. I did know that he was thinking of a new kind of organ. And I did know that that was not of any interest to me whatsoever. I was interested in this other thing, this neutralized energy thing. And I don't know why it took me until 1976 to figure out that it was nothing but energy, but it did. Um, I went to the Rockefeller Foundation, and as I said, I had a reputation at that point. I was not unknown. I was fairly well known because a lot, I mean, aside from this little thing in, as a composer, I was accepted by the late 50s as a promising young composer, but also with a clarinet. Between the two, I was probably as well known as any person my age at that point, by not by the world, but by, you know, key figures. So when I went to the Rockefeller Foundation, it was Norman Lloyd at the time. He knew who I was, and he brought me in, and we talked. And he said, I said, you know, we'd like to get funding for the studio in San Francisco, and I've got this idea for this, you know, thing. And he said, we can't fund, they had funded Columbia Princeton. They said, we can't fund a second studio. He said, it's the general thinking is there'll never be enough interest in electronic music to build a second studio in the United States. It's cheaper for us to fly the 10 people who are going to be interested to New York. That was the word, 1962, 63, whatever that was. And then when we got Buchla and really figured this thing out, I went back a second time and said, I asked Buchla how much it would cost him to build this thing. He said $500. So I went back and I said, Norman, give us $500 and we'll build this thing. So they gave us $500. It was literally the amount of money that Buchla was handed to build that thing.